Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today is going to be the last Italian video, unless I have another good game. However, after this one, I am ready to actually show you a different nation, different tank altogether. So in the beginning here, while I was babbling, you see that I don't have the big gun on the standard B yet in this match. So these videos have been all out of whack as far as me going through the standard B. However, on the standard B, not stock gun, first upgrade, and you can see it resembles a lot of the Leopard PTA, and that's a love-hate tank. Some people love it, some people hate it. We started out with our Object 257 drowning himself. What a great start to the game. Now we're on Erlenburg. And Erlenburg is a very big camp fest, but for some reason it just seems to come down to the bitter end for me. And hopefully more good than bad. I feel like it's more good than bad usually. But my whole team's going up the 9-0 line. So I decided that the south needs support, right? So this is what I think of Erlenburg here. I have probably talked about this before, so if you're sick of it, well, that's too bad. So you head up north if you're on the east side spawn, or south side spawn, whichever you want to look at it. You kill everybody that's in the field, and then you retreat down to the bush in, what is that, K8, and spot out for your arty. Once your teammates in the field in the southwest corner are dead, then you can safely assume that some of their team is going to cross that field. So if you can catch them out in that field, that's fantastic. Alright, so my team's got that on lock up north. Chances are they're not going to be pushing, right? So then I zoom out and I just kind of show how the game is progressing, because we can't see everything. This is replay mode. I wasn't streaming here because I didn't think that I was going to do anything spectacular in my my first upgrade standard B. Alright, so I move into the field, and I don't recommend moving into the field. However, I feel like I'm fast enough to where I can get out of a situation, and since I still have a heavy tank alive in G3, he's going to be the main focus, and if I just keep my head down, I should be able to sneak away as soon as he's killed. But just trying to find shots to where I can at least get damage in before they cross the field, because we're essentially, I mean, it's 3-3, but we are missing 2 heavy tanks and a tank destroyer, and they're just missing a medium tank destroyer and arty. Which honestly, having their arty dead is huge. To me, Erlenburg artillery is important on this map. You want to try to keep your artillery alive because, like I said, this is a campy map, and if you go to endgame without arty, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of houses to hide behind, and arty just opens up that extra angle. So you can see there's 2 medium tanks moving down to K0, and I backed up and I asked the heavy tank to come with me, but chances are it doesn't look like he's going to make it. So they have a Progetto 65 and a Bat Chat that are coming down into that corner. And they're actually unspotted right now, so that's why I'm zoomed out so you can actually see it kind of progress. And then you can also see in the north, my team crossed the field into their territory, which they can just defend from the 2 line. And you can see C2, D2, they're all lined up on those ridges, so they can just get shots over into my team in the city. And that is not going to bode well for my team. But really what I need to do is just let arty work. So if they come, I need to spot them. However, my crew isn't an exceptional tier 9 crew. They're not bad. Raphael, you know, he can hold his own. Now, this is me blind firing. I can see where they're shooting from, so I'm just returning fire, hoping that I can get a pen. And looking to see if I can see them. Right now, it doesn't feel like we're going to win, but I know that Erlenburg the tide can change pretty quickly if you can catch people out in the fields. So I have to stay like tight to where I am, and then though you can't see right now, I know I still have some tanks up north. There's actually going to be a medium tank on my team that's in D6 on that little island out there, and I have no idea why he's out there. I mean, I've been out there a few times when I was learning how to play, but so I missed a Progetto, and that's kind of irritating, especially because I have the clip, the auto reloader, and I decided to shoot the second time just because I wanted to try to get some early damage into him. And my medium tank goes to kill himself. I don't know what his thought process is, like he's gonna go win the game, or maybe he's had enough, but he's gonna go up there and you'll see how fast he lives. So if you're in that field, not only do people in K2 have shots on you, which they don't even really expose their tanks to kill him, just barely have their turrets exposed or their guns exposed, but you also have cross shots from the guys in E2, and you can see that's kind of where reds have shifted to. So we're left with 2 greenies in the north and 2 greenies in the south. And they are playing pretty defensively. Now they could just hold that for the rest of the game if they wanted to, and I imagine they could probably win that, but no matter what, like once a team has this much of an advantage over the other, somebody's going to get antsy and try to push across. So I'm going to stick to my guns and just try to get them spotted, and if I can do that, I feel like we do have a chance to win this game. So not very exciting. I mean, you're watching a blank screen. I believe I'm blind firing some more. I don't think they're spotted there. And now I've decided to move out of that location, and I kind of want to support my medium tank that's up north. Now I'm hoping that my 2 heavy tanks stay down here, because it's important that they at least, they can hide, but they need to provide some sort of vision for artillery, because our way back into this game is artillery, and you can see that already just shut down their tortoise. I'm going to slowly work this ridgeline, and yes, I do not have Sixth Sense, which would make this game and a lot of my other games a lot more manageable, so please get Sixth Sense on your tanks. But I pretty much grew up without Sixth Sense, so I feel comfortable without it, even though it probably could swing a few of my games and make my life a lot easier on here. Alright, so as I come over, I spot the AMX, or he spots the AMX 5120, but I have a shot on him, so I shut him down. And now we're inching it closer, and it really feels like, if they mess up, we could take this from them. And now I'm just worried about where those medium tanks are. Their Progetto and their Batchat are still alive, and if I were them, I'd probably swing around the north end and at least try to get this medium tank killed. But a Borsig is spotted, and I just want to try to deal with him. He's platooned up with another Borsig, so I imagine they're close together, and I'm hoping that if they went to the middle of the map, that's really not where a Borsig should be. Now at endgame, it can be there, but you risk in a 9/10 match, your hit points disappear fast in a Borsig if you're spotted. So alright, so we're gonna get a side shot on him, get one in him. Fortunately the second one doesn't go, it just damages track. Get a mercy shot there, and he spots me and I'm targeted. So now I want to wiggle and dance. Another Progetto kills the M46 Patton, which was on the island. So that is a flag in my head that lets me know my intuition was right. At least the Progetto I know for sure is coming around on the north end. And Tiger P slams Borsig, so that allows me to move my way up north and try to get this Progetto spotted. Now I'm assuming the Batchat's with him, just kind of the way they were playing. They were working off of each other. And I ping A7, hoping that Artie will turn up there. Just in case my hunch is correct, they're gonna be up there. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to play long range or if they're going to play just rush us. But I've saved all my hit points, and you could argue that I wasn't participating enough in the beginning of the match. But to me, this map is just so much vision control, and I can't control the vision in a tier 9 tank where my driver just isn't up to par yet. Alright, so I got them both spotted. The Progetto is actually a 2-shot for me, so I'm just going to go at him. We trade shots there, and then I get the second shot in before I ram him. And ramming him probably wouldn't have been the best decision, especially with a bat chat on my tail. But I'm going to try to wiggle and dance. I know how inaccurate that bat chat is on the move. He does do a decent job at only shooting when I'm straight away from him. But he's going to get unlucky and get a mercy shot. Or I'm going to get a mercy shot here too, I believe, if I remember correctly. I don't know, all my standard B games are starting to meld together. Already slammed his track off. Unfortunately, I shot all 3 of my shells, so I have the worst DPM I can have with this gun. And if I was counting, I believe he had 4 shells so far, so he's still got 1 more, and he hits my track. Like, how frustrating is that? Alright, so one thing that happened is this heavy tank in G8. Like, I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he was trying to provide cover fire. Maybe he's just trying to make sure Artie doesn't die. But I feel like he should have just stayed south with the other heavy tank. However, if I'm dead, then essentially they're going to get Artie, so I can't really blame him too much. Now, I'm not sure where their scout is, but I'm guessing the Borsig's probably somewhere around the middle of the map, just because that's where his buddy... Oh, there's their bat chat. Their bat chat drowned himself. Well, that helps a lot. So we go from underdogs to just don't mess this up. Don't throw it away. They have to push on us. Like, we win the tiebreak, then my T10 dies. Of course, because the heavy spots my T10 and the Borsig is nowhere to be found, and that is a full health mouse, you guys. Oh, so I can't get hit by him. Even if he's got HE in, he's going to kill me. There's a Borsig hiding somewhere, probably covering that mouse since he killed the T10. And I have a heavy tank that has been moving back and forth on this ridge line. I don't feel like he's been in great position, so I feel like this is going to be me and Artie. And I get spotted when I pull the trigger there. The mouse misses, thankfully. And now they're just pushing to the cap. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that I'm heading north and probably not do that great of a job at it. But the timer in my head is like, if they both get on, I want to make sure that I have time to reset this. And my plan is to snag the Borsig before the mouse can get me. And yes, I'm playing with fire. I don't have that many hit points, so it might not work out, but I feel like that's the best way to win. If we can isolate the mouse, I can run circles around him pretty easily. So the Borsig actually gets hit as I start to approach him, and that is going to help out. So I get 1 shot into him, and I shut him down, and the mouse actually pulls back a little bit farther. I try to throw one at the mouse just in case he kills me if I can pen him once, and he doesn't fire, or he missed. I don't know, but I'm reloading my whole clip. I probably shouldn't have shot that last shell, and he potentially has just thrown this game. Now if he kills me, I think he's got an easier time, but now since we got him in a crossfire, I mean, I feel like we got this. So I actually jump on my headset now, and I tell the heavy tank, either you need to keep this mouse spotted for Artie, or I can do it and you need to go cap. But one of us needs to get on the red cap. He says affirmative, and I have no idea what that means, and I get spotted by the mouse. He's targeting me, but he never pulls the trigger again. So my FE215B is on a sliver, I'm on a sliver. Hopefully he can keep him spotted, but he continues to drive toward him. Like, does he not understand spotting mechanics? As long as the mouse is spotted, Artie can do work to it, and I can go get the cap. And mouse kills FE215B, which I would also make the same move the mouse did. But the mouse is pulled out now, so I'm going to be able to get some shots into him. And I try to get all three. I missed that third shot. And now my DPM is back to bad. So I tell Artie to go to the cap. And at this point, I realize that we're pretty much out of time. So all we need to do is stay alive, and we have the tiebreaker. So I let Artie know, I'm like, hey, dude, just stay away from him. We have the tiebreaker. We can win this. All you got to do is just try to track him maybe, and we'll stay away. And what are you doing, Artie? Why is he driving towards the mouse? Why? He just... You're going to think you're going to shotgun a mouse for like 2,000 damage. Please don't go over that ridge. Whatever you do. Alright, it's almost over. You can't mess us. Oh my god. And I don't even have the DPM to... Hopefully... Alright, so it goes in tiebreaker. We'll see who did the most damage. Come on, let it be the greens. And it's not. Unfortunately, it's a defeat. So I get 4 kills, 3,600, and Artie actually has a good game with 3,004 kills. What were you thinking, dude? I sent him a message and I asked him, but he never responded, so he must not know the tiebreaker scenario. I mean, obviously. Hopefully, he doesn't know the tiebreaker scenario. I don't understand. Their mouse did 2k damage in a mouse. That's kind of embarrassing. Alright. That's really all I got for you guys. A little heartbreak. Just ripped the heart out of the chest in that defeat. When you have victory staring you in the eyes, and then it's just ripped away. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.